Okay, we're live. Hello, Tuna Man. So this was going to be a fun takedown of Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson. Hey, Jason. But I have kind of a bad news to share with the gang here. John is on here, and unfortunately, his father had passed away on Monday. So we're all very sorry to hear that, and we
Yeah.
were all pulling for him. I want to give John an opportunity here to um, talk a little bit about his father, his memory, and anything else he might want to say. So, John, again, I'm very sorry to hear of your loss, but
No,
go ahead.
no, thank you, Q. First and foremost, everybody who was pulling for Dad over these weeks and months, it warmed his heart to be able to know that there was such a wide community that was rooting for him. It definitely did give him strength. Just in the end, everything that was medically going on with him just became a snowball that the doctors just couldn't slow down. Thank you, Tuna. I appreciate that. Um, I've spent a lot of time over the last few days, obviously thinking about him, um, and one of the weird things about him was how much he loved the Fast and Furious movies. He just absolutely devoured them. Anytime that they were on TV, he would stop whatever he was doing and watching them. He's watched all of them on the streaming services over and over again. Um, so my plan went, and for the record, I can't stand them. They're just flashing noise. But when the next movie comes out, I will be in the theater and I will have an empty seat next to me. And I will sit through that god awful movie in remembrance of him. He was, he was a good man and he taught me a lot. And the family misses him dearly. Uh, a great, uh, a great thing to know out of all of this. He was surrounded by me, family. My mom was able to be in the hospital bed uh, with him, holding his hand. So she was physically there with him, uh, when he passed, and just ever since then, we've been getting calls and we've been getting visitors. Thank you, Craig. Um, from people that have known him throughout his entire life. So I would normally love to stick around and talk about Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson because um, they're just got such a punchable face. But but I wanted to make sure that I came on this week to let you guys know because you guys were rooting for him, because you were a part of this journey in each of your own special way. And I'll be back next week, but I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna hop off tonight. So please, somebody take a good verbal swipe at Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson for me, and I'll see you all next week. Thank you so much, and I'll catch y'all down the road.
All right. Thanks, John.
Thank
We'll
you.
talk to you next week.
Catch you next week.
And you've got our details if you need to.
Yep. All right. Okay, so for the main part of the stream, I did want to talk about Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson, and I wanted to talk about it in terms of this, in terms of atheism and Christianity, because Tucker Carlson, pretty much uses Christianity, his religious beliefs, as a senator to justify the policy, the government's policy with Iran. And this was going to be kind of a fun one because I had put into the thumbnail for this video that basically this interview between Tucker Carlson and Ted Cruz is a good evidence for the existence of, or at least some evidence for the existence of God, because it's actually made me take Tucker Carlson's side. And you'll see this as, well, listen to a little bit of the excerpts when we discuss. And so, you have a little more context if you haven't seen it. But it's basically, Ted Cruz somehow thought it was a good idea to go on an interview with Tucker Carlson. And I think Tucker Carlson kind of saw this as a chance for him to maybe get a little bit of, well, I mean, I guess to be fair, I think he is this kind of anti the neocon, and Ted Cruz pretty much is a neocon, especially in regard to Israel. So Tucker being kind of a pro-Putin, pro-Russia kind of thing, I don't know, it's sort of a weird mix. Since it's kind of an isolationism, but at the same time his kind of stance with Russia sort of belies that a little bit. But anyway, so far we have Neil and Steve-O on the panel with me, and I think Blark said he'll be joining in a little bit later. He has something going on, so he'll join later. But before we start, Neo, Steve-O, how are you guys doing this week?
Doing good right now. Not really much to say.
It's really hot.
Oh, it's hot here as well.
Yes, it is. Oh boy. Is it. Also, give me a second here. I'm on my phone right now, so if the noise is a little bit off, give me a few minutes. I'll try to get my computer up and running, so I'll switch over, all right?
Yeah, sure. So Neil, is pretty hot, you're saying, over there as well?
It's still about 25 degrees here at 2 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
That's Celsius, sorry, not Fahrenheit.
Yeah, no, I get it, yeah.
What's that in Fahrenheit? 70 something, I think.
Try living in about what he does. He did up 110.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. What is it? The wet bulb temperature is like really high. So just with the humidity. And
just the humidity alone is causing a lot of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Over where I am, there's a heat advisory.
I'm just glad we've had relatively low humidity. I mean, I'm still caked in sweat at the moment, but it's
I know that feeling.
Actually, Craig is saying that another week and no Flojo. I don't know. He might actually be listening in. Who knows? But I think he's kind of like. I don't see him really engaging. So I think he's just like,
is he
those
brave
spam.
enough to listen in? You might say something he doesn't hear.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he might just listen in for a while and just kind of run away. He might be listening in to kind of find out if anyone's talking about him.
We talk about him all the time, so that's not new there.
Yeah. But have both of you guys heard this interview?
I have heard parts of it, not the whole thing yet.
Just bits on our news over here, but not very much.
Yeah, I haven't listened to the whole thing either, but I just got the excerpt. Basically, the short that he's the YouTube shorts that Tucker has published on his channel. So I gather he's probably getting a lot of views. Oh, Craig says, why challenge people then?
He's a narcissist. That's all he is.
I guess is that whole thing of having people call him it just seems so weird still. He's not willing to talk to people on the live stream, even when he's offered that it can be just one-on-one and all that. Because actually on the very first live stream where it was this debate between him and me, he was like very clear at the beginning when we're setting it up that he didn't want anyone else on the discussion except just him and me. And I think once he got sort of used to it, he kind of got opened up to the idea of talking to the other people at the same time. But then I think he kind of changed his mind when he realized that maybe he didn't come off very well in the discussions.
He's this fake macho personality. He likes to put himself as this, big, powerful man, does X, Y, Z. But in reality, he can't handle challenge at all. That's why he tries to control all of it.
Yeah, that's about right there.
Yeah, and him just kind of running away from any kind of engagement, sort of, even on the comments, says a lot as well. Old Joe challenged me on AXP. Wait, who is Old Joe? Are we talking about Flojo?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
And then in sound, I mean, he's married, I think.
Yeah,
That is when he gets married.
Yeah. But anyway, let me just play a little bit of one of the shorts. I have 3 ready to go, and we can kind of talk about them. I think this is the first one I wanted to get to.
Around, by the way. I don't know the population. At all? No, I don't know the population. You don't know the population of the country you seek to topple?
I feel like this was sort of a gotcha that he was kind of preparing. Because when Ted Cruz asked, well, how many is it? Tucker's already with it.
How many people living around? 92 million. Okay. Yeah. How could you not know that? I don't sit around memorizing population tables. Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government. Why is it relevant whether it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why is that relevant? Because if you don't know anything...
Yeah, I mean, what is the relevance, if we nuke a country with 100 million or 10 million or 1 million, right? I mean, like I said, I think it was sort of a gotcha thing. And, technically it's not directly relevant in a sense that I don't think Ted Cruz necessarily needed to have this number at the, tip of his fingers.
Yeah.
But still, just...
It kind of shows his ignorance.
Yeah, or kind of not even the desire to know about it.
Yeah.
It's not relevant.
Yeah.
Well,
how many people living around? 92 million. Okay. Yeah. How could you not know that? I don't sit around memorizing population tables. Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government. Why is it relevant whether it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why is that relevant? Because if you don't know anything about the country... I didn't say I don't know anything about the country. What's the ethnic mix of Iran?
Yeah, I mean, like...
I can forgive Cruz for not knowing exactly all the numbers at that point, but you still have to at least know something.
Yeah, and this is where he gets flustered. If you guys haven't seen this,
They are Persians and
What percent?
predominantly Shia. Okay, this is
no,
cute.
it's not
Okay.
even. You don't know anything about Iran. So
Okay,
actually,
I
the
am not
country.
the Tucker Carlson
No, but
expert on Iran.
You're a
who
senator
says,
who's calling
okay,
for the
you're one who
overthrow of the
claims-
government.
You're the
and
one
you
who
don't know
claims.
anything about the country.
No, you don't know anything about the country. You're
see,
Oh.
I thought this was like the funniest thing. No, you're
Oh.
not the one who. You're the one who doesn't know anything.
you.
It was just like, yeah, it
Troll
was pretty
behavior.
bad. Yeah,
like the
and
troll,
oh look, ook, hey,
Luke.
Shut your mouths, you wonderful bastard.
Nice to have you back there, buddy.
yeah, definitely.
But I live, 9 weeks living in a caravan is 8 weeks too long.
Ouch.
And
Yeah.
we discovered that we're not going to try and live around or close to the Glasshouse Mountains because it's like living in a fucking Faraday cage.
Ooh.
Yeah, like
No signal.
2 acre
nothing.
property. Yeah, 2 acre property to even get a signal to make a phone call. We had to walk up to the street, like
Oh,
you know.
damn.
If you wanted to download something, go to the library.
Well,
Then
damn.
we
Well, you know, ook, you could get a Starlink.
get fucked. That's my response to that one. Then we, for some reason, well, I don't know exactly why, but I'll go into details on a later show. But yeah, after being fully invited to stay at my uncle's, turns out that my uncle thinks I'm some sort of fucking criminal mastermind or psycho or whatever, and so does his missus, and so does my sister. So basically, yeah, I have no living relative. I'm even thinking of doing a preemptive fucking restraining order on them all. So we had to move out under threat of having the police called on us for nothing. Like, we rolled up, got out of the car, and he said, "You got to be out of here in 4 weeks or I'm calling the cops." What the fuck? Stop being a coward, and if you didn't want me, just say no. So we had to find a caravan park, and
Wait, so you were just on his land, right? You were not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, not in the house. I said, "We don't want to go in the house. I don't, you know. We got the caravan, separate toilet, shower. Just need power and water. That's all I want." And he went, "Yeah, sweet. Yeah, not a problem, mate. Yeah, love to have you." And fuck, I don't know what happened. Yeah, when someone comes at you like that and everything, and I think it had something to do with the block of units that were built, that'll be finished in a month.
Wait,
disabled
what?
unit. We went
I don't know what you
halves. We went halves in a block of 3 units, like apartments,
Oh,
for disabled people. We got them designed for the Australian disability standards. So, you know, self-opening doors, fucking wet rooms that you can roll straight into with a wheelchair, counters that are low for people with all that sort of stuff. And you know, both of us at the time had spare money, so we said, "Fuck it, let's do it." And there's a scheme here that you can do it. You can build them. Sorry. And if you give them to the Disabled Housing Commission, and you get 25% less rent than you normally would if they were on the public market, but they're always maintained properly and there's always someone in them. And I thought, well, you know, since I'll be in a wheelchair permanently before the end of my life, fuck it, let's help a few people. I had to buy him out. He wanted to sell his share, demanded that I buy him out, which I did. And I didn't know, it was a bit of a shock, but yeah, all right, things are a bit tight, mate, because I got the 2 units on the Gold Coast up for sale now. They only just put the roof on last week. 3 months it has taken for the 2 insurance companies to fight to put a roof on the place that, you know, since the cyclone. It's fucking insurance companies, pain in the ass. So yeah, it was a shit show all along. I did end up with one thing, because as part of the deal with me buying him out of his share of the 3 units, I ended up getting one of the rarest cars. It's not put together, but it's fully numbered, and all the bits are there. One of the rarest cars in Australia, if not in the world. Only 432 were ever made, and the model they were all utes. And I can't. In Australia, we have a thing called a panel van, and it's not like the rest of the world's panel vans. If you search XY Ford panel van, you'll see what I mean. And I managed to get, if you search XY 4-wheel drive Australian Army, you'll see why it's so rare. They made 432 for the Australian Army, and the Australian Army said, no, it's all right, we'll keep the Land Rovers. So I ended up, I've got a very rare car that I've got to put together. Could be worth about 200, 300,000 once done. But yeah, so that's me. I didn't even know there was a fucking new Pope until about 3 weeks ago. No signal at the.
Well, he's not a real pope because he's from the U.S.
Oh yeah, but he's a Brazilian citizen.
He's not, is he?
Yeah, he had to give up to be the Archbishop of Brazil. He had to. The part of their law there is he had to give up. He's an American citizen. He had to renounce that and become a Brazilian. So
I did not know that.
That's my get out of get out of jail free card on. I would have said I'll eat my hat literally before there'll be an American Pope. So I still don't have to anymore.
Yeah, I mean, but no one mentions the other thing he had to do to become a Brazilian. But
yeah. The 2 other things. One of them's wear the thong, and the other one is to get the other one.
Yeah, get the Brazilian wax.
Yeah, or the tweezers.
Could be worse. Could be a whetstone.
Yeah. So mine. Yeah, so I've had a fun, interesting experience that I never want to repeat. But yeah, I'm still. When I said to the mate who happens to be a QC, a Queen's Counsel, and not a QC like QC, who's handling the me suing my insurance company over the debacle with the cyclone. when I said, can you preemptively, put a restraining order on people who haven't done anything to you as yet, physically, or, they've just yelled at you? And he said, yeah, who are they? And I said, oh, no, I don't want to go that far that yet. I'll just basically list, I'm just cutting off all contact. I haven't told them where I'm living. I've blocked all their numbers. Fuck them. But yeah, he said, no, anytime. I'll have it done in under half an hour and have it off. So, yeah. But it just came out of the blue, which, yeah, it was a real kick in the guts. For a few weeks, I was wandering around like, what the fuck? But the only thing I could really, really think of is, I don't know. I got no idea. The uncle's wife is already over the fact that I screwed her daughter from her first husband. But that was 30 years. Yeah, that was 30 years ago.
Okay. The statute of limitation has passed. Yes.
Yeah, too much information anyway.
Yeah, but it was her daughter from her first husband. But yeah, we were both the same age. And, but that was 30 years ago. Fuck. Get over it. And I haven't even talked to her daughter since then, because she moved back with the father. So it can't be that. I didn't want to call my sister to find out what the fuck she's been saying about me. Because I know that my sister's been, even though she's a professor of psychology and sociology, she's also been, institutionalized a couple of times. So she is certifiable. But I've never had a problem with her. But according to my uncle, she's got huge. He was talking to her, and she's got huge problems with me. Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird when all these people are two-faced, and yeah, mystifying. Anyway, fucking good to see you, to hear you all again.
So what is your current situation now? You're still in the caravan?
No. We were going to. I thought it would be easy to buy land, and there's a lot of it around here. Caboolture, Glasshouse, and Maroochydore. It's called the Sunshine Coast. There's a lot of really beautiful rural land, but the problem is most of the councils have designated house footprints where you have to build your house on your land. You can't just build it where you want. You got to build it where the council tells you. And a lot of them were like, fuck, there's 7 acres here and you want me to build 200 meters off the road? Who the fuck's going to put a house there? I gave up on that. Then we had to try. The real estate agents only fucking like you if you're selling or buying a house. Trying to rent. Oh, honestly, it's fucking awful. But we're in a nice place now. 2-story, 3 bedrooms, bathroom, toilet upstairs, downstairs, shower, toilet, and it's a nice little place. And we're renting for 12 months while I try and work out a way around, or find somewhere that will allow you to build where you want on your land. Because if you're on acreage, anything over 2 acres, you're responsible for the council will only supply power and water to where they think the house should be. But if they allow you to build away from their designated footprint, you have to pay for the extra. And that's fine. But a lot of the councils now have just said, no, it's illegal. If you build a house anywhere other on your land, any other place other than where we designate, we can have it demolished. Which, yeah, that just came as a complete shock to me. So I had to rethink my whole plan. Yeah. But money's was incredibly tight because we were also paying $1,000 a week to live in a caravan park.
$1,000 a week?
We had to rent a caravan.
Oh, you had to rent the whole thing. Okay.
I've only got
Wow.
a little, like a wee little teardrop camper sort of thing. So, it's not, there's only a bed in it. All the cooking's got to be done outside. So you couldn't live in that. So, yeah, we had to rent a caravan. Caravan sites are only $300 a week, which isn't too bad.
That's $300 a week?
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about Australian dollars, right? That's like a tenth of the US dollar. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God! Couldn't you just rent a house for $1,000 a month?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Maybe not a good house, but
No. You can get a good one. We're paying here for this one, and it's quite lovely actually. We're paying $550 a week, and that's cheap.
by the way, I guess the
Fuck off,
world is
Paul.
going to come to an end pretty soon. Trump did launch an attack on Iran, and of course, all the MAGA are ecstatic about it, right? I think Trump should get the Nobel Peace Prize for that, right?
Well, if he wipes out the rest of the world, yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to fill me in with all the news and everything. So, but yeah, I'll write in the comments and do all the shit that's happened. We won't mention the 3 broken fingers from the caravans, doors and cupboards shutting on you.
So do you not have access to your email?
Not for 5 weeks.
Oh,
what? Why?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I had to go to the library to get a hotspot, and when I turned the phone on, because I hadn't been able to get reception for so long, I could be there for half an hour downloading. It kept wanting to download updates, so I had to go in and stop that. I basically ignored every email. I got 3 email addresses, and I ignored the other 2 and just put all my effort into trying to find a place to live, and sorting out, close to $500,000 that I had to give to my uncle to buy out the 3 sets of units. It's fucking expensive to build for disabled people. As an example, the doors, the front and rear doors, they have to be remote controlled, and they're about $5,000 each. So yeah, things start to add up a lot.
I can imagine.
Yeah, but it was something I wanted to do, and I thought it was something he was really wanting to do, you know, to help to do, because there's fuck all disabled housing in Australia. So if you can afford it, I figured do something for for people like me, like I will be, you know, like my mother was, my grandmother, and they really do. You can set how much lower than normal rent you want to take, and I said, look, let's start at 25%, and we might go lower. We might accept lower if the tenants are good. And we've already disabled housing. I've already got 3 people lined up to move in, and it's just getting the final paint job and the gardens done, because we decided to do the nice gardens for them, but also with paths that people on walkers and wheelchairs can go around. It's on a 2-acre. We've built 3 bedroom units on 2 acres. So there's a bit of space there. They can have animals and shit. But yeah, having to find suddenly having to find the money to buy him out. I just put everything on hold and just concentrated on those 2 things: finding a place to live and sorting out the finance. Plus, good thing is I haven't had to worry about the 2 units in the Gold Coast. I just go all that into the hands of the solicitor and just said, here, fuck it, you deal with the 2 arseholes. But yeah, 3 months it's taken them to put a roof back on the place. And in all that time, the next door neighbour sent me a photo. The black mould has now gone from inside the place to covering and going up the outside.
Aye.
And you can't do any repair until you put a roof on. So, yeah, 3 months since bloody the cyclone. Over 3 months. So, yeah, fuck it. Once it's finished, I'm just selling it. Selling both of them. No reason to go back there. To give you an idea, that a place that we're in now, we're about. The one thing I hate about being here, I'm in a suburb, in a place called Belmere. It's beautiful. It's on the Caboolture River, right on the bank we are. It's very high. You got to travel on a road called Steve Irwin Way. And I fucking think Steve Irwin was an arsehole, and told him that to his face. So it's near Australia Zoo, and you get all the tourists and everything, but it's that's the only bad thing about the whole place is they're a bit Steve Irwin mad around here, but it's beautiful. I don't even hear, and we're in suburbia apparently, but after 10 o'clock, you don't hear a single car noise. You can't hear traffic. You can't hear anything until about 5:30 in the morning, when people start to go to work. They've kept all the natural trees, and because we're right on the river, the bird life, and it's wonderful. It's so nice to see, proper ghost gums and ironbarks and wattle trees in flower. You just miss all the bush when you're in the city. Anyway, I was speaking too much. You guys tell me what's been happening in the world.
Where to begin?
Yeah, so like I said, it's World War III. Trump launched some attacks. He launched some cruise missiles. The discussion topic today was going to, or is going to be on the discussion that, or the interview that Tucker Carlson had with Ted Cruz, where Ted Cruz basically used the Bible to justify his position. So we wanted to discuss that a little bit, and we were listening, watching the video, and we had gotten as far as here when Tucker is basically just trolling Ted Cruz, just saying, "Well, you don't know anything about Iran." And it got Ted Cruz to say, "No, you're the one who doesn't know anything about Iran." So we were just having a laugh at that when you joined us.
I have actually saw that one. I watched that one last night. It was quite interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is relatively short. The next one we'll discuss is the one where he specifically talks about, the Bible. But let's hear the rest of this.
You're the one who claims they're not trying to murder Donald Trump. You're the
I'm
one
not saying that.
who can't figure out
I'm
if it was a
saying
good
you
idea to
don't
kill
believe-
General Soleimani, and you said it was.
So, by the way, that's probably obviously a straw man argument that Ted Cruz is making, that, he's claiming that Tucker Carlson doesn't believe that Iran is trying to assassinate Trump. I don't know how true that is, but I doubt Tucker Carlson would think that they're not.
Believe they're trying to murder Trump.
Yes, I do.
Because you're not calling for military strikes against them in retaliation. And if you really believe that.
So that's a very good point, because if they thought it was really credible, where Iran is actively, trying to, assassinate Trump, they would do something more drastic. I guess now that Trump has attacked Iran, you could say that, okay, maybe that is true. But the reason why Trump attacked Iran isn't because he thinks that he's going to get assassinated. What do you guys think is the reason that Trump initiated
starting
this?
a new war is the best way to stay in power. It worked for Thatcher. It's worked for so many other, as Neil can confirm there. That's the only reason Thatcher got in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the last time.
It's how she won her next election.
Yeah. It's a power grab because he knows he's losing. And a new war, yeah, it works.
Well, there was like a really kind of, I guess, prescient tweet, like maybe a while ago, where the tweeter said something like, let me see if I can bring that up. They were criticizing Obama, how that now that Obama's polls are completely in a tailspin, he'll probably do something like attacking Syria or Iran. So that's what that's what the Twitter tweet said. Do you know who made that tweet? Nope, no guesses.
No,
it turned out.
I'm going to put them like
Mary.
correct.
What was it?
Taylor
What was the
Green
guess?
or whatever.
What?
Well,
Oh wait,
didn't
let
she
me
come
see
out-
if I can.
Didn't
Let me see if I
Taylor-
can share the screen here. Actually, let me see. Oh, where is that? Oh,
Marjorie
Okay,
Taylor Greene,
sure.
didn't she come out almost and say she's not supporting the war yesterday or
I'll
something
have
like
to
that?
remove
I saw it.
this other one. Yeah, it's this
Is
guy
he
named
confused about which
Donald
war?
J. Trump. I think that's what he is. Now that Obama's poll numbers are in tailspin, watch for him to launch a strike in Libya or Iran. He is desperate. Yeah, this guy really knows politics. I think he realized what was going to happen.
But I think
It's pretty amazing when all these guys, their accusations are basically confessions, or will be a confession.
Well, I mean, this whole thing with Iran spilled over from Israel losing the war of popularity because of their actions in Gaza, and so they went, "Oh, Iran's a big target now. We'll bomb them." And because
Yeah, that's
Iran
interesting.
predictably respond, suddenly everyone's forgot about what happened in Gaza.
Yep.
Or what's still happening in Gaza.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting point. I don't think I've heard that, but the whole idea that Israel is the one trying to distract, so they're starting this, and now they're just pulling in.
Well, now
US.
basically Trump is jumping on it, and
Yeah.
all Israel has to do now is just lean back a bit and say, well, give us a hand.
Yeah.
That's all. Basically, the whole of Trump's thing has been Israel, Israel, Israel. They can do no wrong. And yeah, that
Carrying out military strikes today.
weird.
Yeah. I remember what's in the rest of this, but let's.
That Israel was.
Right, with our help. I said we. Israel is leading them, but we're supporting them.
Well, you're breaking news here because the U.S. government last night denied, the National Security Council spokesman Alex Pfeiffer denied on behalf of Trump that we were acting on Israel's behalf in any offensive capacity.
No, we're not
at all.
bombing them. Israel's bombing them.
You just said we.
So, yeah, so that this didn't age quite well, right? Oh, it's Israel that's bombing them. The U.S. isn't bombing them. Of course, the U.S. isn't going to bomb them.
You were.
We are supporting
This is high
Israel.
stakes. You're a senator. If you're saying the United States government is at war with Iran right now, people are listening.
Hey,
Yeah, so he's just like, he just kind of such a troll, Tucker Carlson. But when the victim is someone like Ted Cruz, it sounds okay.
Didn't
Sunday school.
Trump and Tucker have a falling out?
Trump and Tucker?
Yeah. Tucker
Yeah,
Carlson.
so Trump basically said, he's not going to listen to anything Tucker says since, until Tucker is on TV or something, I guess on a network. Because Tucker, in order to protect and help Trump, said a bunch of lies that got him fired because he was a legal liability. But apparently Trump doesn't appreciate that.
It's weird. Very, very
But,
strange.
Yeah, but this is the one that really caught my attention. This is a sitting U.S. senator justifying his policy position.
I was taught from the Bible, those who bless Israel will be blessed, and those who curse Israel will be cursed. And from my perspective, I want to be on the blessing side of things.
Of those who bless the government of Israel?
Those who bless Israel is what it says. It doesn't say the government of, it says the nation of Israel. So that's in the Bible. As a Christian, I believe that.
Where is that?
I can find it to you. I don't have the scripture off the tip of my. You pull out the phone and use the Google.
It's in Genesis.
So this is like how he's like basically low key, trolling Ted, saying, yes, it's in Genesis. I know you don't know it, but I know it. It's hilarious.
Tucker's just enjoying this.
Yeah. So there are three places in the Bible.
Well, should we say?
What's that?
Slightly different borders of biblical Israel to current Israel.
Yeah, that's the other thing. But
They were
when
bigger back then.
Yeah,
Because they genocide the rest of the place.
so when Tucker says, "Oh yeah, Genesis," he means Genesis 12:3, where it says, and this is what Tucker means when he talks about getting blessings from God for protecting, being on Israel's side. So it says, "I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse, and all people on earth will be blessed through you." And this is God talking to Abraham. Now, as you guys mentioned, the Israel that's being mentioned here isn't the current Israel, right? It's a biblical Israel, and the so-called tribes of Israel. It's not like they're all in the current country of Israel. So to use this verse to say that this is why the U.S. should get into war with Iran is just, I don't know. I mean, it's just amazing that a senator can actually just say this publicly, even if he personally believes it, right?
Well, he's playing to his audience. He can just another word I can't say without my teeth in. That's the other thing. I got new bloody teeth, and I can't find them. We're still unpacking boxes. Oh, if I say to you guys, white goods, do you know what that means?
No.
Okay, Neil.
I used to. I used to know what white goods were.
Yeah,
is it just like appliances?
Appliances,
fridges and stuff.
ovens, yeah, stuff that's usually white. You know, washing machines, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
The removalists we got in. I said, look, I can't pack everything myself, so you guys can come in. You can help pack stuff. And they turned up. From the move was 2.5 hours drive, which cost us over $3,000. But they rolled up in half the size of the truck they said they were going to turn up in. And when I said, I've put all the light stuff I've got sitting in the garage for you, so you can pack that first, and I've left all the white goods for you to put in the back, because I know that's how removalists like to pack their trucks. And they turned to me and said, what are white goods? And I went, oh, fuck. And it only got worse from there. I've got photos of things that have got fragile glass written all over them, huge textures that have been squashed to half their size. It's like they put like 4 fragile boxes on the ground and then stacked 15 book boxes on top of them. So from day one of getting out of the Gold Coast was just fucking nightmare. Anyway, not to go. Hey, Blog.
Hey, Blarg.
Hey all, I did make it.
Yeah,
Hello.
I was late too, mate.
Yeah, I was helping a friend move her mum's stuff out of the home. So
Yeah.
she died
Ah,
day
shit.
before yesterday.
That's a bugger, but it's good to have someone who can just get in there and do it.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it seems though, because the old lady who died, she's been wanting to go for a while. She didn't have anything particularly significant going on with her, but she was 100.
Ah, that's
So
when you reach a century, fucker, get the royal letter and
yeah. Well, she was living at home by herself until she was 98. And which is a hell of a run, but she wasn't really enjoying her life anymore, and she'd kind of had enough of it. And when she fell out of bed and broke her hip, she says to the doc's saying, "Well, this is what's got to happen. We got to take you in the theatre and put a pin in it." And she's like, "What about does a broken hip qualify me for assisted dying?" And the doctor's like, "No, it does not." She's like, "Oh, drat."
yeah.
So,
exactly the same thing. And so Mum decided she'd starve herself to death.
Yeah, well, in this case, she's like, "Oh, well, in which case I'll have the operation. Maybe I'll die on the table.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, she recovered just fine. And so she was very disappointed by all of this. So when she did, it was she had RSV like 2 weeks ago, and then she got pneumonia and died within 24 hours, really. So it was quick. She was, yeah. And my friend is her adopted daughter, and she wasn't really, they didn't get on particularly well, but she was the dutiful daughter who looked after, made sure she went around to see her all the time, but didn't much care for the old lady. So yeah, I think both of them are kind of happier with the situation as it is now. So
yeah, definitely dignity. It's
it was all right. She lost her husband last year. That was a bit more of a thing, but he had the one of the most sort of dignified deaths of all time. He got to die while he was sleeping in his bed.
The only thing with two 19-year-old nubile naked women.
Poor Arthur was a bit past all of that. He didn't have any vision left. So and
you can work by braille.
Yeah. But anyway, that's we got it done.
We just had Crystal's mum came over from Perth and spent a couple of days. She's got a sister. Crystal's got a sister an hour away from us at Maroochydore. I'm in Belmere now, Blarg, renting the place. And right on Caboolture River, fucking beautiful. Crystal's mum's 93, and the beginning of this year, she finally stopped riding horses. So, yeah, she's kicking on, and she said, "Well, we'll see you next year. As long as I'm keep waking up in the morning and going, fuck. Oh well, what do I do today?" But,
it's good to have you back, Ook.
Yeah, mate. I have to go back, listen to the start of the show, and I'll put a big explanation in the comments and everything. Yeah, I've had a.
Yeah, I will do that. I'll have a listen up to the front, but yeah.
All right, we've chatted enough. We'll let the others go.
So, Clark, we were in the middle of discussion of what Ted Cruz was saying about his support for the war with Israel, not war with Iran. And I don't know if you had heard, Trump has launched an attack on Iran.
Yes, I saw that, heard that on the radio while I was driving around. Yeah,
and Tom Cotton was, I guess, on TV saying how if Iran attacks any U.S. assets anywhere, that's somehow their fault.
It'll be Iran's fault.
Yeah, it'll be Iran's fault for, initiating attack. Right?
Oh yeah, that seems logical.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Is that you dying in the background, Ook?
I think it's Steve-O maybe.
No, it's me. I just get back one for a moment.
Someone needs to ring 000 or 911 or something. They sound like they're door.
I've also ended up with double pneumonia again.
Oh, that sounds like fun too.
Yeah, living 9 weeks in a caravan will do that to you. Oh, fuck. Anyway, I'll shut up.
And by the way, Trump is someone who was complaining about how he did not receive the Nobel Peace Prize. I think I think now he might be in the running to get the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, well, gotta be, surely.
Yeah, initiating attack on another country on behalf of another country is definitely going to be a Nobel Peace Prize activity right there.
Yeah.
Did you hear the interview between Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson?
Is that the one where Carlson was giving him a walloping?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was sitting here with my missus and going, a weird fucking crazy gone strange world or something. What the hell's happened?
Well, I put in the thumbnail for this video that basically we have an evidence for the existence of God. I'm apparently on the same side as Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, you just go, what the actual fuck?
Yeah. So, from that video, it's where Ted Cruz basically says, I'm a good Christian, and that's why I support the U.S. getting into a war with Iran, which is just ridiculous. So Tucker is saying...
basically saying I want a religious war. And you go, yes, no Christian has ever started a religious war. Yeah, that Christians have morals.
Well, what's funny is Tucker is
quoting a Bible phrase. You don't have context for it, and you don't know where in the Bible it is, but that's like your theology? I'm confused. What is that?
So here's Tucker trolling again, saying, well, you told me that it's in the Bible, and you said that's what's leading you to have this position, but you don't even know the verse, you don't know the context, you know nothing. And he's just basically just calling out Ted Cruz for being an idiot.
Well, there's a lot of substance to be had there, a lot of material to work with.
What even mean?
Tucker,
I'm a Christian. I want to know what you're talking about.
Okay. Where does my support for Israel come from? Number one, because biblically we're commanded to support Israel. But number two...
I mean, that's the thing, right? For him to say the U.S. is going to get into a war with Iran because the Bible tells me so. I mean, it's just ludicrous. And I was showing the verse that he was probably referring to, which is God saying to Abraham, and I think at the time it's Abraham. He's not Abraham yet. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse, and all the people on earth will be blessed through you. That's not any justification to side with the current Israeli government to attack Iran. I mean, it's just this. The U.S. is supposed to have a secular government, not a theocracy. But here we are, in a war with Iran.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. We're having that same problem with Ivanov, 95, and his great claims about things, and then I'm absolutely certain that bloke has never read his own Bible, because he just makes claims, and then you go, well, so he was making claims about a god has to be somebody who has ultimate authority, and you go, well, there's tens of thousands of gods, and you go on, tens of thousands of gods. Most gods in the world, the people who worship them make no claim of them having ultimate authority. They've got authority over humans, they've got power, but and he goes, it comes from the Bible, and it's Christian theology, and you go, not even the Bible claims that God has ultimate authority over anything other than Israel.
Well, Ivanov seems to really be ignorant of a lot of things.
He is, and he always plays the same game. Neil listed them out perfectly. It's that 6-step process he always runs. And but absolutely
I quite enjoy when he starts lecturing about English. That's brilliant.
It's
you don't know the meaning of the word. I'm English. Of course I know the word of, a common word in English.
Yeah, like the word creator and maker aren't the same when used in the context where they are. You go, what? So
it's when he didn't realise that if he says one's making, it's not equivalent to saying makers.
Hang on, who are we talking about? Sorry,
this is the Polish Orthodox lad. who thinks he knows everything better than anyone he's speaking to.
Ivan or some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Nazi.
He's
Basically,
an absolute shocker.
Oh, I don't know if he's a Nazi
He's a
per
Nazi.
se, but
yeah, no. Months ago, I had a go at him and quoted some stuff out of Mike Kemp, and he agreed with
Of course
it.
you would.
Oh, damn, I missed that one.
oh,
Yeah,
right. Well, there we go.
that was months ago. Who's
Craig.
this new fucking wanker? I don't know.
No, that's Craig.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, he actually asked me. What do you?
he'll get all bloody William Wallace on your ass if you're not careful.
Exactly.
No, not Craig. He's fine. No, the new troll in the comments.
Well, we joke alone.
AXP. Saying that atheists don't exist and something, and then had trans issues. And then argued about the word trans.
Yeah. Oh,
It's the one we reckon is Frankie.
Tuna asked him what a trans
Yeah,
is.
Tuna's reckon is Frankie.
Yeah.
I'm quite.
I'll look that up.
I'm mostly in agreement on that.
I said, I'm with Tuna. I'd like to know what this trans issue is you're dribbling on about. And he came back with, what is dribbling? Fuck's sake. Go get a dictionary, you prick.
Actually, what
it's
happened
Frankie,
to
he
Paul? Did Paul go away? He made that
came in
one
and left.
comment, and he got
Timerson.
raptured away or something.
Paul Timerson?
Yeah.
I didn't
Dunno.
kick him.
Oh, did you?
No, I didn't kick him. He probably
Oh,
went
you
off
didn't?
for a
Okay.
wank.
He just came in, made one comment, left.
Yeah. It was probably late for his wank. So,
That's about right.
that link
Got
I
to
posted.
get his Bible out
Yeah,
and find a naughty passage.
there was enough of them.
Song of Solomon?
Plenty of material
Yeah,
there.
somewhere in Psalms, anyway.
that link
In Palms.
that I posted in there, that's a nice little verse in Daniel that I'd forgotten about. Got reminded on Twitter about it. What's it? Seth Green also posted. He picked up a new coffee mug, or got given a new coffee mug, and I think it's. No, come back. I'll look it up. It's a new word. I think we should all start to use it. Yeah, I'll go away and look it up. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah. So I mean, the thing, this kind of the scariest thing is there are a lot of Christians in the U.S. who actually welcome conflict in the Middle East. I actually had a coworker, and this was maybe 10 years ago, where there was some conflict, some attack in Israel somewhere, which happens all the time. But she was just ecstatic because she for her it was like a step closer into the end times, and that's what Paul Timerson was saying. How now it's the end times because Trump has initiated attack on Iran.
Fucking, whether it's StreamYard or YouTube, I tried to reply to Tuna Man's He and Libby 2-for-1 special with cheap at twice the price, and it refused to post it.
They're no fun.
Both on
Cheap at twice
StreamYard
the
and on
price.
YouTube.
Well, StreamYard, and it just tried to
Okay.
post it, and it just said failed to post.
Ah.
I'm going, oh, son of a bitch. Yeah.
Let me
Cheap at twice the price. No, you can't say that.
I don't know if there's a way to put you guys at a different level where they don't filter, but yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a way.
No, well, I see a comment about Libby running off. Neil, I have been giving her a walloping about 316 to 318.
It's been so enjoyable because
she runs away every time.
It's like we're double teaming her.
Oh, don't go there. Don't go there.
Is it a spit roast?
A
spit roast with the other arrangement.
She cannot take a. Sorry.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Yeah. Well done. But yeah, every time she mentions 316, I post again. It's not a. Actually, I'll post the thing. I keep popping up every single time she posts 316.
Oh,
it just about makes her run away every time. Where is it? Oh, hang on. I'll pop this one up first. This one I've been giving Carla a bit of fun with.
Oh, it's always fun to mess with Carla.
Yeah, Carla the Karen, her ovaries are barren, called herself Darren, was Roger by Garrett. Nay, nay, she said nay. Oh, yay. Sorry, I was looking for something else that hit that. I thought, ooh. Where's my game? Here it is.
Where's the Libby one?
So, yeah, again, John 3, it should be 16 to 18. It's not about love. It's a story of an abuser. God, I love you so much, but if you don't love me back, I'm going to have to hurt you. Your choice. So, yeah, it just, yeah, because she did engage with it at one point and, pointed out, just change God to husband. And, yeah, you could see she got it. And, has been running from it ever since. She absolutely gets it now, but she can't. She's stuck in this really bad cognitive dissonance place. So
it's every time it's like going, well, it says believe or else, and she's like going, yeah, but it's like, well, no, that's what it says.
He loves you so much, but if you don't, I'm gonna fucking hurt you.
Yeah.
And you go, yeah, that doesn't sound like an abusive husband. Look what you made me do to you. I had to punch you in the face again because you didn't get my dinner on time. It was your choice not to do it. And now look what you made me do. You make me sad having to do it. It's the same garbage every time.
And they don't even realize it.
Yeah, they don't. Like Christianity, it deliberately calls its followers sheep.
Yeah.
And they think that's a compliment. Amazing.
Well, in the Bible, it is, right? It is a compliment.
Well, I mean, you can kind of understand it because sheep are looked after, they're carefully tended.
Sheep.
It's only a problem when you basically gut them for meat.
Yeah. They get eaten by things. Yeah, and people use sheep as an insult. Separate the sheep from the goats. And you go, in that case, it's not the sheep that are the ones that are being thought of as the smart ones. And they and preachers refer to their congregation as a flock.
Yeah.
Again,
well, bishop was a shepherd, an overseer.
Well, I mean, the idea of
from they carry the
care of animals.
The what's the shepherd's crook?
Yeah,
that's why the bishop has the crook. Crystal's just got home and said, "G'day."
Yeah. Hey, Crystal.
Hey.
I sent her out to the chemist to do a drug run. Running low. Oh, that was the other thing. I couldn't use my morphine patches while I was in the caravan because I kept getting overheated and all that sort of shit. So I had to switch back to oxycodone, the pills, and they fuck you up. Yeah, they sort of help the pain, but they stop you from doing. Well, I won't drive on them. They also cause my vision to go a bit funny. Whereas if I'm on the pure morphine slow release patches, as long as I don't get really overheated and OD, I'm fine. I can sort of drive. I can see properly. I can potter around and do stuff. But yeah, not having the right drugs.
Have you tried the complementary medicine that goes really well with oxycodone? Meth.
I'll tell you what, I think half the people in the caravan park are on that.
Hey, I had to get it through the day somehow.
Yeah, fucking the
It's not that blue meth,
I because I'm lost my front teeth when I was when I went over the cliff, the top front teeth. I have people, and I don't wear my false ones all the time. People see the missing teeth and sort of look at me, and I go, and I smile and go, "Now see the rest of them are white. It's not meth." But yeah, it's like anyone who you see with missing teeth around Australia now is usually it's due to meth, pretty much. You can see the rot, the black mouth, black teeth. But yeah, I feel like I have to explain the fact that no, I lost mine years ago. I'm just too old and too cranky. I was going to put my cam on today, but because it's been at least I'd have to say 10 months since I've had a haircut or trimmed my beard. I look like something, the wild man of Borneo coming out of the jungle. Yeah, just I can't even. It takes me half an hour just to under the shower, just to try and get the knots out of my beard.
Oh.
And of course, I couldn't find my beard trimmer is somewhere in a box. And it took me 10 weeks to find it. So I trim the beard around the mouth now, so I can finally eat without getting hair in the mouth. But
do you know what's really good for dealing with hair like that?
A razor?
No, Malawash.
What's it called?
Malawash. It'll help keep the fleas off and everything.
Ow! Damn.
Yeah. I missed you, buggers. I really did.
And here's been nicely clippered from yesterday. I don't know.
I'm almost to the point where I'm having I got to wear a hat. I wear a hat most of the time, but I'm having to start to wear it inside because my hair's, the hair on my head's almost as long as my beard. I don't know how people have long hair.
And then you wonder why people think you're a meth head.
I got some weird fucking looks. Scooting around in the wheelchair and with the walking stick, and no one told me that the Sunshine Coast is the most humid fucking place outside the jungle I've ever lived in.
Suck it up, Sunshine. You should try Nhulunbuy.
Oh, get fucked. I've been there. I got a
you can chew the atmosphere there. It's that thick and steamy.
What is it? English white oak walking stick. It's the one I've had for about 20 years. And it's, one of the curves ones that you can hook over your arm.
Ooh.
3 weeks at my uncle's place, and it's now the curve is now straight. The humidity, the everything, fucking straightened out the wood.
Damn.
And I'm looking at it going, okay, I could soak it and bend and steam it and bend it back in, and No, that'd mean, me unpacking the 9 wheelie bins that have got all my tools in it. Oh, and if you have to move tools, and that sort of stuff, find a wheelie bin and just throw them all in there, because they're so easy to move. Just tape the lid shut, and yeah, little moving tip there. But Crystal bought me a nice oak one online, and I just got to cut it, find the saws and cut it down to size. But yeah, straightened out my bloody walking stick. It's now useless. I can't hang it off my arm anymore. But yeah, the weird shit. Oh, one thing, tobacco up here, so much cheaper than on the coast. With the new laws in Australia, with tobacco laws, won't go into them, but they're making it ridiculous. Legally, you can only buy 30 grams now. And to buy it legally, 30 grams will cost you about $100. I can get some, because they grow tobacco on the Sunshine Coast. Like, it's beautiful tobacco. And for $30, I can get 100 grams. You just have to pay cash and be a little, use a couple of code words. But yeah.
It's all shake hands, you know.
So for under $100, I can get 400 grams of tobacco. Whereas if I tried to buy it legally, 30 grams cost me 100. It's fucking ridiculous. And that'll last me a couple of months. Just the way I smoke. I just think it's ridiculous that they're taxing the shit out of tobacco when alcohol is probably killing more people, responsible for more problems than anything.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it, but
Yeah, but alcohol is so delicious.
Yes, and it's everyone's right to drink. It's really, really, really fucking weird. Hey, Tilting. Good to see you, mate. Sorry, I'm a bit slow. Someone hasn't. I've only had one coffee. I had to wait till Crystal came home for another to beg another one. This place is too big. She can't hear me.
That might not be by accident.
No, actually, sometimes it's good. I don't get as much stuff thrown at me.
I think I told you the story about a couple of people that I knew who their hubby used to work in construction of oil rigs way back in the day and spent a lot of time hanging underneath helicopters and other very loud things back in the old days when nobody used hearing protection. And he literally couldn't hear his wife. And it's not like he didn't want to. So he was standing next to the phone that was ringing one day, and his wife yells out to him, "Answer the phone!" And like he couldn't hear the phone ringing, so he went in the kitchen and made her a cup of tea. He knew she'd said something.
I can remember my great uncle coming over, and I was only a nipper. I think I did only just 13, and I remember it as clear as day. They're in Nan's kitchen, and Nan says, "Do you want a cup of tea?" "Yep. Oh, I'd love one." "How do you have it?" And he yelled out to his missus and went, "How do I have my tea?" Married, 60 years. No fucking idea how he did it. Mrs. just made the tea for him all the time. Didn't have a clue how he drank his tea.
Oh man.
I just think that's to me that's a
That's
sign
the
of true
first
love.
death. That's
True love. It just sort of fuck it.
Hey,
Yeah.
TC. So yeah, don't matter.
Yeah, she makes it for me. I don't care. I'll drink it. Yeah, I do. I'll throw in the comments later because I went on a bit of because we only got hey, blood. We got fiber optic to the house.
I'm apparently getting some in the next couple of months.
And we didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah, apparently that's what we're getting. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're getting upgraded.
We had fiber to the node, and we were in this new place for 3 days, and then suddenly get a call saying, they're coming around to lay fiber to the house, and it took them 2 days to do it because, of course, the Telstra people obviously had to lay cable underneath the driveway. It's a battle axe block, the place we're renting, so the driveway's long. So the guys said, "Oh shit, do you think we can dig up the driveway?" No, you can't. It's a fucking rental. But they did a really nice job of laying conduit all the way through. So yeah, I did. I've actually got real internet for the first time.
Yay!
Since 2000.
I think I get about 60 megabits per second here. So via to the node, but we've had the boring machine down the end of the street a couple of weeks ago. So they're on their way.
Be too far away.
Yeah.
I'm routinely pulling well over 100. But it's capped.
Well, I'm only paying for 50 because they put up the price. But actually, it was fun. Sorry, no, I can get 90 as my connection because I used to have that old crappy the 4-core the old telephone cable, the old yellow stuff, running around the house, and decide I'd get rid of that and put in some security cameras and do fiber to the power over IP to power those, and run Ethernet everywhere. So I connected. I cut off my connection to the network and wired in Ethernet cable, and run that over to a cabinet. So I have a little mini cabinet downstairs, and I jumped the speed from 60 to 90 by getting rid of that in my house.
Takes 4 years for someone to be able to do that legally.
It certainly would if someone did that. But I do know a guy who actually has a ticket, and I did the same thing. I did all the wiring of that in his house as well. Ironic.
Yeah, being a radio tech as a second trade and working for Telstra all those years, I used to do all my mate's stuff and everything. But fiber optics is not something I even want to fuck around with. Can't be bothered. But I went on a binge with YouTube and found a lot of stuff. And you used to work a lot with the government with the power distributions and shit.
Yeah.
I'll post a link in the comments. There's some really interesting stuff happening with solar caravans and on 4-wheel drives, and some really interesting stuff. They're going, they're mucking around with 48 volts and the comparison between the normal 4-wheel drive solar panels and high voltage and amperage household light solar power panels. And I'll send you a couple of links.
All right.
Very, very interesting.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Sorry, people.
While we're talking about looking around on things, remember there was the what was it, the debate / shit show between Peterson and the 20 atheists.
The Jubilee thing.
I found the
that's
channel
on my to watch list.
Yeah, I found the channel of the slightly tubby fellow who gave Peterson a walloping. So his name's Greg. I went and joined that, and I thought, he might be an interesting bloke to invite to pop in and say g'day one day, because he did an excellent damn job against Peterson. So yes, his channel is called Greg Does Videos. So yes, and he's got one there where he also went and talked about him protesting ICE as well. So you go, he's got 750 subscribers. So I thought, fair enough, I'll give him a subscribe, because he did a good job dealing with that twat.
Well, I mean, they all pretty much did.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's like the video that just keeps giving. It's just
it is. Yeah, it is. It is a hell of a thing. How pathetic was it though? One Christian versus 20 atheists, and then they had to go and change the name of it. One guy who won't commit versus 20 atheists, basically.
Yeah.
Christ. So anyway, but
that's
the fella.
Coffee. Hello, you up there? No, I think I shall have to go and make my own coffee.
Shocker.
I'll wait out for it. I'll hang on for a bit more. No, but the one thing we might have is we were here for 4 days, and suddenly a little ginger kitten has appeared in the backyard, and up until last night I put out water and shit for him, but last night I picked him up. He's a nice friendly fella, and was showing him where I put his water, and I made a bed for him outside, and I put out because Spike's still a kitten, so I put out 2 packets of kitten food, 2 cups of the dried food, and Crystal came down this morning, and him and Spike were playing with each other through the screen doors and chasing each other around. And Lisa went out and showed him where the food is, and he went face down into it and licked the bowl clean. So yeah, he's pretty much a stray. So next few days we'll get him in to the vet, see if he is chipped or anything, and it looks like we might end up having another cat. But because it's illegal here and pretty much all of Queensland to have a cat, but if it goes outside your property, it can be put down.
Oh,
yeah. They had to make those rules because cats are devastating.
Well, you've got your giant ferals now, haven't you?
Oh, they're murderous. But does everyone? I know our UK viewers will know the TV show QI. Do the American people know that show?
I have heard of it, but I've never seen it yet, so I can't say for sure what's
Well,
about.
well worth watching.
It's really cool.
It's been going on for 21 years, something like that. They've been working their way slowly through the alphabet, and they're up in the tail end, one letter a year. But essentially, it's terrifically fun. It's a panel of comedians with a smart comedian fellow as the host. It used to be hosted by a guy by the name of Stephen Fry. He was the guy who played the master in the Hobbit movie in Lake Town.
I'm familiar with Steve Fry, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Terrifically knowledgeable bloke, and he eventually decided he'd had enough and would hang up the hat. And a Danish, Danish comedian by the name of Sandy Totsvig, who sounds like an English woman, but she's about 5 feet tall. She's a tiny little thing. Took over. And she was saying the other day, the only thing she's got one bumper sticker on a car that says, so many cats, so few recipes.
Oh,
I like that. That's fun.
Like, oh, nice. Yeah, because she's pretty sure that when the cats do take over, she won't do well.
Oh, so, and as soon as they learn to use their dew claws, we're all fucked.
Yeah. Well, my freaking dog has decided to that if I'm awake at midnight, he gets down off the bed, roams around to my side of the bed, and demands that I get out and go and get him a snack. Just go fuck off. Yeah, my cat out there, grunts at me and go and get me a snack.
No, human. Spike has worked out that if he can't get me or Crystal up, he'll come downstairs, and there's always a little bit of water in the sink. So he'll make sure his feet are nice and wet, and then comes running upstairs and walks over your head.
Oh, yeah.
He just wants smooches. That's it. Or someone to throw his mouse down the stairs or something or whatever, and he'll leave you alone then. But yeah, no, you bastards aren't getting up. I know what'll get you up. I'll go wet my feet. Mind you, he hasn't made me bleed in about a week, so he's getting better. He's finished teething almost. But he's the only cat that you can be smooching him and everything while he's chewing on your arm. Purring. He can purr with a mouthful of flesh.
Wow.
And yeah, it's sort of you can hear him. Lisa's mum said, "Oh, he's got such a loud purr," and I said, "Yeah." And I held out my arm, and he's latched onto the arm, and it's how can you do that?
Yeah, good call. Try get a dog.
Yeah. No, I got to walk the fucking things. If I get a dog, it's got to be big enough for me to pull me on the wheelchair. That way.
All right. Hey guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I think we've strayed from the topic quite a bit, so we will kind of wrap it up here. And no worries. I mean, you've been away for a long time, so I figured this might be just kind of a good way for you to just get back in.
I really missed you guys. I did.
Yeah, same here.
You helped keep me sane.
We definitely missed having your voice on the stream. But I did want to wrap it up because Silting was asking where's John. And I think both you and Blarg weren't here at the beginning of the stream. But John's father passed away on Monday.
Fuck me. All right, yeah.
And we had, he kind of said his a piece about or shared with us about his dad at the beginning, and of course, he couldn't stay. I think it's just been a rough time. I mean, I think each week, I think it's just been a big strain. But they're getting ready for the funeral. But yeah, so tilting. That's the reason why he's not here. He was here at the beginning. And that will again teach you to show up late to my streams, but we'll give you a pass this time. But we certainly, I think I think I speak for everyone here and people in the comments when we extend our sympathies to John. And we hope to see him again next week. And we look forward to having him regale us with his horrible, horrible puns.
God awful.
Damn it!
But Ook, definitely great to have you back, and hopefully you can join us next week as well.
Yep, no worries. We'll be there.
All right, great. All right, okay. Thanks everyone, and thanks everyone in the streams, and we will talk to you guys next week.
All right,
everybody.
All right, see you everyone.
Cheers all. Take care.